We're just doing this in order to fulfill the formalities. But we knew very well that there was not going to be anything in favor of refugees. Because not the first time that we faced. I used to work in court. Let me tell you, I've never seen a single refugee given the right when they face each other with the South African. I have 9 to 10 years working in the Justice Department. And that's the reason why it pulled me out to be angry about the treatment that refugees are going through in South Africa.
The human cost of xenophobia. Behind the political speeches and the protests, there are real people, families, children, mothers, fathers, whose lives are torn apart by xenophobia. This is the human cost that no one wants to talk about. Welcome back to Inkari It's Time. In episode 3, we exposed the alliance between politicians and Operation Dudula. But today, we take a closer look at the victims, those who bear the brunt of xenophobia in South Africa. People displaced, denied health care, stripped of dignity, while leaders trade blame. Lives are being destroyed.
Regarding deportation, anybody can be happy when he's at his home. But as the world know that home there is no peace. Deporting me, going to Congo where there is a war, and even South Africa is supporting us on that war that the peace can be maintained. But there's no peace at all. Deporting me, it's like you are sending me to go and die.
We think it's not the first time to promise us about a court order. We are here, we are vulnerable. So as we don't have any power to defend anything because we are human beings, but the government from South Africa, it don't think about us and like a human being. So a court order, we're waiting by any time. We are here. We didn't come by this country because to live by this life like this intent, what, no. For now, we are vulnerable. We're waiting for any court order you can do for us, not the first time.
Displacement and violence. In 2024 alone, XenoWatch reported 59 incidents of xenophobic discrimination, displacing nearly 3,000 people, family forced out of their homes in the middle of the night, businesses looted, and shelters overcrowded. Some never return, others rebuild, only to be attacked again. These are not just statistics, they are shattered lives. Barriers to healthcare. Foreign nationals often face hostility when seeking healthcare. Dudula activists accuse them of draining public resources and even claim they steal medicines to sell across borders. But what about the pregnant woman turned away at a clinic, or the refugee child denied basic treatment? South Africa has ratified international agreements on refugee rights, but in practice, violations are happening daily.
A piece of land belonging to the Department of Public Works. A further 200 people are occupying the City of Cape Town-owned Pain City site in Bellville.
Well, of course, we would love to use this for much more productive purposes. This is Public Works owned land, as is all of this land behind us, that bush, that field over there. And it's in very poor condition. There's lots of people living illegally inside that bush there. And we need to use this land for things that benefit the Cape Town community. This is just one of the parcels, many parcels of land that the Department of Public Works owns in our city that we would really love to take so we can have more affordable housing, possibly more social housing, and just clean it up and make it safer and more accessible and useful for the public.
The Department of Home Affairs says it continues to bear expenses for tented accommodation and related matters at the sites.
So over the years, the Department of Home Affairs, working with international agencies, have provided aid, but also numerous opportunities for people to be repatriated to their home countries or take up other offers of assistance. A number of people have done that, and I want to thank our partners and those people for taking up those offers.
We have joined this court action to ensure that people living here are removed from the site, that we take back ownership of the site, to ultimately then work with the City of Cape Town on a broader project to assist the community and particularly their social housing needs.
Authorities say this joint court application aims to restore these sites to their original public use. But the current occupiers are resolute that they will resist the eviction unless a reasonable solution is found for them.
Children and education. And now, Dudula is planning to target schools. Imagine children being told they don't belong in a classroom because of where they were born. Education should never be a weapon of exclusion. Yet, we are moving dangerously close to institutionalizing discrimination against children.
Now, Operation Dudula plans to stop children of foreign nationals from attending public schools. Education activists are condemning this move, though, which is the group being accused of xenophobia, saying the country needs to put its citizens first. It's been warned that its actions are unconstitutional and illegal.
We want to prioritize our own South Africans more than anything. It cannot be correct that you have a South African child who will be admitted at a school further than their home, of a school of preference, because we have non-South Africans who are occupying those seats. Now, yes, the Constitution does say that every child has a right to education, but again, we are misinterpreting the Constitution. This talks about children that are actually South Africans and not of foreigners. Now, this Constitution was drafted because of the people of South Africa prior apartheid. There was exclusion of Black, Colored, and Indians. But after that, because of the inclusion and diversity, that's when it talks about everyone who lives in it. So when we talk about these children, it's not children of foreign nationals, but it's children of South Africa that needs to be prioritized.
Human stories. In Alexandra township, the impact of xenophobia is painfully visible as asylum seekers who fled conflict and violence in their own country arrived here seeking safety, only to face rejection and hostility. A small shop owner in Alex rebuilt again and again after their spaza shop was burnt down, their only source of income destroyed by anger and fear. These stories remind us that xenophobia is not just about politics or slogans. It's about human beings whose dignity and livelihoods are being stripped away.
Where you find foreign nationals are dominating us. In Alexandra now we've got 50% foreign nationals, 50% South Africans. We've got scrapyard that are not registered. We've got fish and chips. We've got chickens that they are selling corner by corner without registering, without any proper document. And when these people, we are getting arrested because of we are the citizens of this country, but foreign nationals are not arrested. We are saying let them pack their bags because of we were doing operation peacefully and without any harm.
Foreign nationals were gathered here today. So they approached us. When they approached us, they were armed with rocks and bricks. So a brick got thrown at me on my head, and in that I've got a big cut on my head, which I got stitched for. But I was unarmed, so I feel like it's injustice, seriously. It's very big injustice because you cannot attack people in their own land unarmed for saying please go and get the correct paperwork and enter the country with your correct paperwork.
And then
yabarespecta ngoba ifuku ukuthi sifunga ubisela nathi singakhona ukubisela asithi ukuthi siyabasaba mara siyabarespecta kodwa into abayenzayo ukusokusenza sigcine sikhathala ukuthi ayikho emthethweni ngoba ifuku semthethweni kufanele ukusayina iphepha le court isayine sikhiwe isikhathi sokuthi kuyelani ngakini
sina 1 month asingasebenzi banyizwa ntini sibekezela mara ikinga today asizwange zoshaya umuntu la ne sifikile la sabambela yeni sathi sithi phakana amatafula sipakisana amatafula vaphuma bazofika bashaya umfana loya sabona ukuthi kade labantu kade sebayalwa mpela yabusuka phela kusho ukuthi labantu laba sihlula no abasikhule sibanikile isikhathi sokuthi sibahlonipha manje ukuhlonipha sifinish lokuseleyo ne masingazwani ukuthi sipakisana sonke la akuzohlala kunje kunamuntu ozodayisa.
So here's the question. Do we want a South Africa defined by fear and division, or by compassion and justice? Xenophobia has a cost, and it's not only paid by migrants, but by all of us. Because when rights are denied to one group, tomorrow they can be denied to another. Let's start seeing people, not scapegoats. Let's start addressing real problems: poverty, unemployment, corruption, instead of blaming those who are most vulnerable. If you believe in building solutions instead of divisions, hit subscribe and share your thoughts below. Because silence in times of injustice is also a choice. Thanks for watching and take care.